Hello and welcome to a Sacred Symbols reading. I'm your host, Desiree DeMars, and I'm kind of chuckling to myself because this is, attempt number 2 today. It is Monday, August 8th, 2022. Usually I do these recordings on Saturday, but we had a huge electrical storm, knocked out 3 big trees along the main road, which runs along a river that runs alongside my community. And so we had no power on Saturday afternoon until 1 in the morning on Sunday morning. And I had another obligation on Sunday all day, so I did not get a chance to play the recording. And then a meeting that I was supposed to have, we just couldn't connect via the phone. A client/colleague in New Zealand, and she wrote back to me today saying, "I'm sorry, I tried connecting, but then couldn't." And I kept thinking it was my end. And she said, "Oh no, we had a landslide." So, oh my God, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's like things are, getting really close to home here. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you are safe and all is well. I know there's a lot of chaos, a lot of disruption, a lot breaking down. And so we're going to, really have to call in our trust, deep trust and strength, courage and wisdom to get us through the breakdown so that we can all break through together as a collective, because these are the changes that are happening on a huge scale. The earth is, I don't even know what to call it, transforming before our eyes. And so transforming us. And so we are transforming too. This is what I know to be true, especially when you are working with symbols and metaphors. These are the kinds of things that you will discover. And I'm just noticing how fuzzy the picture is. Hold on 1 second. I will keep talking. I believe I got a couple cloths here. I think I might have, I'm sorry, folks. I guess we're going to have to go, roll with the punches here. I think that's a little better. There's just so much going on. I don't know. And so things are a little crazy, but maybe that's really what some of the wisdom and lessons are about, is just accepting the craziness. I've had some neighbors going crazy about nothing. People are building fences, 12-foot fences. Oh, wow. So let's hope that this little bit of light that we are attuning to, that we are channeling, bringing into the world with this kind of thought and reality, this is where we want to place our focus and our intention in envisioning a new earth, a new future that we will unfold with this, whatever it is that's being birthed right now. So before I go on any further, let's get ourselves centered and grounded. I'm just realizing how important, there are times I think, what is the point? Why should I do these readings? But I find that I am, besides, sharing them, I'm doing them for myself, obviously, to learn and grow. And hopefully, at some point, it will gain momentum and take off and be a support for many more people than I can imagine. So, again, attune to your breath. I've mentioned many times my colleague Pam Gregory, an incredible astrologer. I'll put the link below for some more information about. Now we are going into the full moon, which is in Aquarius, coming up on the 11th. So the last reading I mentioned being in this triple conjunction, we still are, and that we were in the new moon, which was the ignition point of what is to come in late September, early October, kind of this probably pretty explosive kind of tipping point of some sort to come, because a lot of signs are fixed right now. So there's a lot of push and pull, a lot of either or, and something's going to want to break through. So make your choice to stand in that place of light and love with new vision, freedom, following your heart. And as you follow your breath, just allow yourself to drop down. Imagine a brilliant white light coming down from the heavens, anchoring you down to the center of the earth, that iron core of the divine feminine Gaia. And then just feel that vitality, feel that lifeblood, how it resonates, how it reflects, the blood within you, your hemoglobin, your immune system, the fire within you that once activated is what you are grounding your power into. You're rooting your power into this 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 source. I mean, all of this just makes me laugh. It's kind of somewhat of a laugh of innocence, because it's like, who could have written this? Who could have planned it? Who could have made it more clear? It's right in front of our noses, in front of our faces, and we've known what has been going on has not been great for sustainability for the planet. And yet most of us, just sit back and hope that a politician's going to change things, or God, if that's what you are focusing on, that some kind of God force will change it. But we have to take aligned action in this 3D skin suit that we're in too. We have to walk our talk. So, and we're all going through cleansing, healing, evolution. That's why I call my coaching work is evolutionary coaching. And it's about this ancient wisdom merging now with neuroscience, with these sciences of the stars, the sciences of the cosmos from which we came. So as you're breathing, as you're grounding, as you're rooting yourself into the earth, just imagine the natural flow then is back up through this toroidal field of all that is, right? The superconscious. The superconscious aspect of ourself is infinite and eternal. And I just can't help but think of the astrology really, revealing how we are not the same people we were 2 years ago, right? A year ago, 6 months ago, maybe for some of you a month ago. We're awakening, each at our own level, our own pace, for our own reasons, that we came here to do some kind of soul's work. Excuse me. And I will say that I did do the reading earlier today. And then, of course, I forgot to do the one step, which is share screen. So it didn't record the imagery onto the camera, to the second camera. So forgive me, but it will be fascinating to see what this reading says, because I felt it was so in alignment with the astrology. I was blown away, and I hadn't listened to the astrology yet. So just another affirmation, another confirmation of evidence that if you want to tap in, you can, and you can be right on. You can get it in your own way. It doesn't have to be the same words or same system, but you will get it, right? And you will be in alignment with the flow of it, and then be informed to take right action or aligned action with that truth that you know. So what I wanted to say too in the beginning was that August 8th, 2022, this is a special day for me. It's my brother's birthday, Stephen George DeMars, who transitioned quite a few years ago. And he's now on the other side, and I have been graced a few times to have direct contact with him, and also have had through mediumship exchanges and trades that I do with other colleagues of mine that practice mediumship, evidential mediumship. I've had the opportunity to tune in a little bit to his process and see how, we're connecting at this point in time as two souls on a very evolutionary path. So this reading is dedicated to him, and I invite you with that to call in anyone that you know on the other side. Mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, great ones, aunts, uncles, friends, whoever it is, siblings, but you can call them into when we do the invocation and we ask for ancestors to come in. You can keep them in mind and bring them into your heart if there's someone special that you would like to have some kind of information, insight brought forth. Maybe you actually have a question. So I got some answers in the last reading that were directly from my brother. It just was really fascinating. I wish he would have reminded me. I wish he could have reminded me, or I would have picked up on it if he was reminding me to share screen. But I've only done this a few times with this camera effectively, as you know. So without further ado, let's go back to the breath. This day, August 8th, 8/8/2022. And again, just remembering that alignment into the brilliant white light, grounding yourself down to the center of the earth, feeling it flow back up, and it's been flowing infinitely and eternally in your toroidal field through eons of time, through your ancestral lineage in the past, present, and future. So just imagine that. Think big. Sit with a state of awareness that is in innocence. Imagine, let your imagination fly. Let your imagination take you somewhere you never thought you could go. And feel your heart connect to your loved ones, especially those on the other side who may be really, really available and ready to help you at this time in your life, or to be helping others through you, channeling through you, which is how I feel when I do the mediumship. That now I find, rather than just saying, oh, I feel this, I think this, I think that, I say things and I literally feel their energy channeling through me. So allow yourself to feel that, like you're channeling yourself. This information that you're hearing me reflect to you through the symbols. So I hope you followed that. And imagine now this rainbow light, that you are filled with health and vitality, and a golden thread, a beam, a filament, a ribbon, a river of light, this goldenness. It's like the Akka field or the Akash. Feel the awareness of this Akash within you. It too is a part of you, this golden light, and know that it brings into coherence the heart and the mind, the heart and the head. So it becomes one, and then there's no question that you're speaking from the heart. You're allowing the heart to lead the way. And then imagine, as this energy flows through the field, you are activating and aligning all of your chakras: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white. Again, in those higher frequencies of joy, peace, strength, courage, gratitude, humility, and divine love. And feel that divine love just flow right out the top of your head. Know that simultaneously it's pouring in that golden light. The rainbow field is activated, awakened, and all of your senses are now on board to receive the information from this reading. So let's start with acknowledging that we are creating a sacred space. A sacred space. Within ourselves, we just did that within ourselves, and now we're expanding it out into the room. And then even further out into the field around the building that you're in. And then even further out onto the land on which our ancestors once walked. And still do today in the form of their DNA, the elements that created them, the plants, the animals, the stones, the trees. Acknowledge the connection to all that is, And I've been realizing that the more we can do that, what we are doing is we are building our strength and ability for self-love. Because that's where our power is. That's where the healing comes from. The acknowledgement of the wizardry within us. And that simply means that we stand at this wizard's gate. You know, the alchemists, each of us, our own medicine men and women. And we're connecting to one another through these rituals, through ceremony, through astrology, through art, through dance, through singing, whatever it is that connects you to the earth, connects you to your body wisdom, right? Your body wisdom. It's body mind. It's the body mind. So just tapping into that and calling in all of the directions, the east, the south, the west, the north, above, below, and the middle. All of the elementals, earth, air, fire, water, ether, plasma, neutrinos, gammas, and all those elements yet unknown to man. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. We call you into the sacred space, creating a container of protection, love, and joy. Come and be with us, all of our guides, guardians, angels, teachers, ascended masters, the seen and the unseen, the magical and the mystical on all levels of creation. In this holographic awareness that we are a part of, that we are creating. We have created, and now we are living it and rebirthing it as we speak, as we take each breath. Come and be with us, the two-legged, the four-legged, the many-legged, the winged ones, the finned ones, the creepy crawlers, the creepy crawlers, the creepy crawlers that do the deeds that we know nothing about, that make the soil, that make the immune system, the smalls, the viruses, the bacteria, the life force that runs through our veins. So we call upon our ancestors to be here in the sacred circle. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. All of those who lived a good life and transcended and are now here working on our behalf, because we are calling them in, and they have agreed, they have promised. Those who are here now, we made connections, vows, promises, contracts. Call those in that are here now for this evolutionary process in your life, and for you as a channel to bring light into the life of others so that they may awaken. And I invite you to check out my kind of half new website. I've got some wonderful quotes and connections to books from masterful minds like Edgar Cayce, Albert Einstein, Dolores Cannon. So come and be with us, all those whose names we do not know, but whose blood runs through our veins. Come and be with us. Come and be with us as we sit in this circle of brilliant intention, of brilliant light that is beaming itself out into the cosmos to connect with like frequencies, to connect with community, cooperation, pure creative life force. Come and be with us. To all those whose names we do not know, but whose blood runs through our veins, come and be with us. Come and be with us, and may all of this and more not only benefit us listening to this directly, but all those we come in contact with. And in full faith, so be it. Aho. Okay, onward. Onward to the reading. I believe I have the oh my gosh, please tell me I have the recording going. Yes, and I have the light on. So I am now going to do a share screen and hopefully be able to make that screen full size. So let's see. Share screen. Advanced. Okay. Thank you for your patience, your participation. And boom, I think we got a full screen. So hopefully this is working this time. Oh my gosh, I really hope so. It was a beautiful reading this morning. And now I'm going to invite you to blow into the basket with me. With your intention. So 3 times. Good. So here we go, my friends. Alrighty. Wow. So I hope this brings you as much joy as it does me. I just get thrilled to share this, and I just feel so grateful. Let me flip this. There we go. Sorry, a little clumsy there, but I think this might be, I'm hoping that what you see is this end towards you, and I am over here pointing toward this. And if I can, I will bring this up even a little bit further, and I might be able to get more in the reading at any given time, not have to move so much. So take an overall look, notice what stands out for you. And then once I do that, one of the first places I like to look is where the actual inquiry is. So here it is. It's very different than the throw this morning. But not that the information can't be very similar. In fact, there are some similarities already. I see the shaman's almost in the same place. But very interesting. Here's like the key of the entire reading here is about, let me switch glasses. Yeah, well, what's right at the middle? Okay, it's totally reflecting what came up, just in a different way. This is what's so amazing about the symbols. Mercury. Mercury was one of the key planets earlier today, and it was also the throat chakra, boom, it was, there it was. The throat chakra went flying off right about here. And so now here it is on the other side, and Mercury's still close to it, and Uranus, which was there too. And this is your work in the world, the bigger work, not necessarily a job, although it can be, can obviously be reflected on a mundane level. But we're talking here some big work, like the work that we're talking about, soul's work that's going on now. Shaman is a part of it, the shaman within you, or those you consider to be your healers, your teachers, your guides. Definitely huge DNA shifts going on. The spiral of life coming into this idea of the three with creativity. Boom. Be the creator, right? We are reclaiming here. This whole creative flow is on top of not just transformation, but transfiguration, that we literally are transfiguring. We're literally changing bones and blood, right? Yeah, everything, every level. It's holographic. And I'm just turning the fan off. It started to make a funny little noise. So we're in huge transformation, which I don't think is a surprise to anybody at this point in time. Here we have then, as we kind of go out beyond the diamond here, but just knowing that, what's here in the core is reflected without, and it's amplified, but it's really important to be reflecting right now, to do some internal time taking with intention, because this is where our answers lie. This is where the key information that we're looking for is, right? The answers, the antidotes, the direction, the guidance. So, this is here. What's fascinating is the ancestors on your father's side, the great ones, your father, a young one, now an adult, not a child. A child would be this little one here, but this is an adult or a young adult. And for me, this is my brother. Used to call him Steve Areno. Here's Steve Areno. Okay, so it's being amplified, and it's like the time is now. This is the time we are able to receive downloads. Oh, I'm going to encourage you too to check out the link below this video for my newsletter for August. I'm talking about astrophotography, the James Webb satellite that is going to blow your mind if you haven't already seen the images from it that are coming through, and the vision that the people who created it have about understanding our future, understanding about consciousness and where we came from. Science is meeting the soul here. It's amazing. So and that's what my evolutionary coaching work is all about. The ancient wisdom is meeting up with neuroscience, right? And so we've got the ascended masters, the angelics, all coming into play. What's important here is this divine union with the self, the heart, right? The divine union with the self. And here, this is almost in the identical spot. It's very close. There's it's about the vision, revisioning. It's about making it sacred, that whatever your vision is of love and light for yourself, for the planet, for all living souls, it's important, right? It's in the bigger picture here, the vision that will carry us forward. And it's all about activating the creatorship within us, or remembering it and using that to show us where aligned action is. Where can we take the next step? We can't really depend on someone else. It's not like a politician's going to change us, or Jesus is going to change us. And I'm not saying it's not a good thing to believe in that soul, but it is not going to whisk a magic wand and make everything change. We are the change, and it's about activating our passion, the vision, the passion, that which is not yet created. And this came up earlier today too. Talking stick, that was so fascinating. In fact, the inquiry was right on top of talking stick, along with creating the new. What is not yet created? What are you birthing? It's about a new birth, right? The whole cycle of creativity is about the seed is gestation, and then digestion or assimilation, and then the birth, the expression, and the rebirth, right? Because everything is in the seed, the potential is in the seed, and the whole focus of the life force of that plant, if we're planting something or growing something, is to leave another seed, right? Leave another seed so that it has that potential to express itself again in a more evolved way or level. And now we're being supercharged, right? We're on hyper alert and things are moving really fast to evolve. So that's why there's so much chaos, and it's an inside job. It's about the heart, about looking at what structures this is Saturn no longer serves us, having clarity of mind about what that is, and then allowing for a soul retrieval or a soul remembering, right? And we've got the ancient ones on our mother's side, our maternal ancient ones. The women are here helping us with this integration of our DNA changes. And Pachamama is here. We've got the moon. So a lot of emotions right now. But, just remember, anything is possible. It's the all that is. The great mystery is where all creativity lies, right? We can tap into that superconscious aspect of ourself. And it is, I would say, there's a huge part of it that is connected to our third chakra. This yellow piece here represents that, which is like our power center, right? Taking our power back. That's where the power is, in that quiet space within, the home within. So tapping into community, here we have Eye of God right on top of community, facing it. And it's resting on abundance. That's where your abundance is, right? With the divine feminine going within. Here's your third eye in this space of reflection. And then as we move through this, we see that we've got, it's a little hidden there from you, but here it is, star nations. So closest to you, if you were sitting across from me, would be your star nations. And they are really helping to ground you. So now I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive. What the heck are the star nations? They're out in the stars, right? But you'll see in my newsletter, I just, touch the tip of the iceberg about that we literally are made from stars. And if the stars were not here or had not come to Earth and exploded and left iron and other elements here, we would not have the oxygen, the processes of photosynthesis, on and on, that created life and evolved into the lives that we know now. These are ancient ones on our paternal side, our father, right next to this idea of this is beautiful. This is a fossilized piece of a sea lily. Amazing. A vertebrae of a sea lily. Can you imagine these giant sea lilies? Things were gigantic at one time. I mean, okay, so this blade of grass was maybe wider than this. This was the spine, and it was anchored into the bottom of the ocean. This piece came from Taos. It's powerful medicine, and here it is next to our power animals. So call on your power animals. Leave no stone unturned right now. Here are the great ones. Beautiful. Both the maternal and paternal, great ones, great, 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 greats. They're all here. I think the reason I've been noticing these pairings and these oppositions is that, the veil is really thin. It is time for this to receive these downloads, and they're just pouring in. And it's showing us that it's everything. It's both. It's everything and nothing. It's all that is. And then we've got Venus, again, Venus. So truth, love, and beauty. What is it that you feel? What kind of Venusian energy can you put into a ceremony for yourself? A loving, maybe take a bath, put your feet in the ground, celebrate, celebrate ceremony in the simplest things, in a breath, in capturing a moment with a flower, I don't know, a bird in flight, the beauty of the moment, and move towards that. This is Mars, so it's all about like allow your attention to go there and actually affirm that and make that part of the ceremony of this brilliant moment in life that you have that is precious, moment to moment. It can change in a second, right? So make a wish when you feel that. And here we have, this is interesting, we've got mother right up against horse and grandfather on your father's side. So your mother, your father's father, your grandmother on your mother's side, mother, grandmother, young adult on your mother's side. But this is so cool. Here again, we have like here, we have the grandmothers, we have the great ones. I mean, you just can't plan this stuff. I just love that about the symbols. That's the magic. That's the mystery. That's where it's at when you are allowing yourself to be the magician. You're standing at the magician's gate, and you're in a state of awe, innocence, wonder, and then magic happens. You don't have to do anything. It's just about being aware, and just being aware that here we have at the fork in the road that anything goes. I mean, you've got both ancestors, both grandmothers, which is amazing. You've got the planet Earth, you've got the sun, and the sun is resting on this piece about spiritual evolution and creativity. And in fact, we've got the frog here resting on the sword of truth, speak your truth, the lock, it will set you free, speak your truth because it will set you free. Because the truth is about the truth, even if you just speak the truth in the moment. If it clarifies something and then you say, oh no, that wasn't it, it's something else, that was the truth, that was the process. It's a process. So honor your truth as you move forward through this incredible larger collective process that we're going through. And I'm going to see, I'm trying to see where the key is. So the lock is around this collective. That seems to really be jamming us up, right? This is what is hidden, full of surprises, a lot of chaos, just craziness, is the intensity of the others, of the collective. And, frog is on its side. It's like, holy smokes, we're getting it from all angles. Okay, and this is interesting. Here is the key. The key was inside something earlier today, and now again, it's like it's kind of under something, it's buried. So we have the key here. Which, can you see that? Am I pointing at nothing? Here I am. Yes, you should be able to see that. So the key is touching the tip of this shell that represents the balance of mind. That is key when we're talking chaos, unpredictability, right? It's like maintaining balance of mind, right? On this greater journey. And in order to receive what it is, in order to receive on physical level, right? Because what's going to be covering that up is a lot of emotion, a lot of watery essence. And in order to kind of swim through, see through the watery depths, the fogginess, again, it's exactly what I said. Here's deer toe, and that's all about innocence, right? Being in wonder. Instead of saying, oh gosh, I know what that is. I mean, you may know some aspect of it, but what is it that I don't know? What is it that I'm not seeing? And what is the gift here to be learned in this experience, in this chaos, in this insanity? And know that what's coming through is this vision, right? Having the vision of your vision, right? Here's eagle condor on its side too, kind of mirroring the frog on the opposite side here of the diamond. And it is saying, wow, Keep your eye on the prize, right? Because that is what's sacred. Eye on the prize. Here's this abalone cross, which is about the higher realms of awareness, higher realms of consciousness above the crown, right? These gamma rays that are high, super high frequency. You know, this is what's being revealed with the astrophotography is this new, this James Webb satellite is now, it's out beyond the boundaries of Earth. So it's in a cold environment, super cold, frigid environment, but that allows it not to have interference from the heat of its own mechanisms or the reflection of the sun or the rays or the energy of the earth. So Hubble, that's the difference. You'll see if you watch the video that I'm sending you to on the newsletter, is that that's the downside of Hubble. It can see some amazing things, but it's creating its own interference from being the same temperature as the Earth, apparently. So if I've got that straight, I think it'll make sense when you watch the video. And then here's the Father. I was going to point this out. It's a very interesting line of energy, right almost dead center here, is you and me, babe, our Father reaching out, right? Reaching out. And what's inside is this, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of fossil, or it's a meteorite. So it's like something, again, that came from the cosmos. That's what's being amplified right now. And our throat chakra, you know, speaking, maybe many of us, I believe, I feel like I love working with people that feel like they're coming into a new chapter, especially those that are coming into their awareness of becoming an ancestor, you know, becoming a wise one, a leader, right, in their group, in their community. And that's what Father, you know, here is saying, reaching out. That part of you is projecting from the throat. Project what it is, the truth that you're seeing, that you're sharing, that you're channeling with others. And now here is Bear Claw. I've had bears rumpling around the backyard the last couple of days. It's like amazing. Not that I like being woken up by a bear in the middle of the night, because they've been now opening doors and going in cars. I think they're really hungry, sadly, because we've taken most of their food sources away. And because of hormones, I think, you know, they're having and eating garbage. They are having 3 and 4 cubs. Oh my gosh. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, we live in their world, obviously, but it can be very challenging sometimes too. So, but just remember, at the key of this reading was Mercury, speaking the truth, the shaman within, being your own medicine, right? And allowing your passion, you know, allowing the passion to come through all of it. Let this passion be what drives the whole picture, right? Which motivates the aligned action toward your vision, towards your vision. Here it is, your vision. So Eagle Condor, look at that, pointing right to the vision, higher realms, sacred. It's sacred, and passion is what will get you through, because I tell you, it has nothing to do with motivation of, well, I don't know, some people have money motivation, I guess, or other kinds of external goals or gains, but I don't know, in the long run, I think you're going to find that what was really needed is the courage, right? The courage and strength to break through old boundaries. Feel the soul remembering itself. Connect with your ancient ones so that you can see a greater future. Look at that. That's an alignment. Honor your emotions. Be in a place of innocence, wonder, awe, and be open to the new. Like what Einstein said, you know, you cannot create or solve the problem through the same frequency that it was created. We've got to, this is all of this that that's happening now, the breakdown to break through, is so that we create new ways. And that is happening. There are people creating new ways. So latch onto that. Hitch a ride with the visionaries who are leading the way. Or maybe it's you creating something new, and really honor that. Go for it. Trust it. That's what this reading's about. And if you have a loved one, you called in, like I did my brother, Steve Areno. Oh, this is too funny. My brother and my father. The first time they came to me through a mediumship was together to tell me they were okay and they were working together, which was mind-blowing because they did not seem to do that in this lifetime. So this is incredible. It's humbling for me. And I hope it's insightful for you. I hope it's incredibly insightful for you. So let me see if I can stop sharing. Oh, I think it's this. Okay, yay. I think I got it. And let me do a full screen. Okay. And I think this last storm rumbled past us today, and we are now getting a little bit of sunshine. Let me turn this off and just tilt this out of the way a little bit. So again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope this is a part of your week of bringing some light into the dark, wherever that may be for you. So we'll just close the circle. And thank you all one more time for joining me, and like, share, love. I'm working on it. I'm not real tech savvy, but I am working little by little to get these YouTubes out there further. I've been getting some nudges from people, so thank you, and trying to make it more accessible and more professional so it's easier for everybody to access. So with that said, blessings and aho. Right, that's it. That's all, folks.